the Israelite School, University of Practical Knowledge Star, the 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm the commanding general Yohana. Since 1969, we're teaching that the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are the true Israelites that the Bible speaks of. We also teach that you need to come out of America and be separate from America. Because if you don't be separate from America, you will fall into America's ways, and that will cause you into suffering the same fate that America's going to suffer. There's a lot of things coming to America that not no one is really talking about. No one's really talking about the things that is coming to America and all the plagues that's happening on America today, and all these things that's going to cause America to come to an end. But that's one main thing that we need to talk about. The main thing that everyone in the world needs to be focused on is how they're going to survive. How they're going to survive all these things that's coming toward them, and the things that they're facing. You have to really try to tune in and actually listen to what the things that we say, because these things that we say is going to save your life. Slaki Baba Kushah, could you give me that first article? Oh no, no, can you give me the article? Let me go to it real quick. The Russia preparing for war with NATO. That article. These things that we tell and teach y'all are the things that are gonna save y'all's life. And that's the main thing that everyone always try to skip over and try to act like it's nothing, not a big deal. The one main thing that America has in common in every war is that each and every war they're never prepared. They're never prepared for what's going to happen, and that causes them to just blow up in a shock. They're shocked every time, and that's why it's so heavy when we tell y'all that we need to separate from America. Because if you are with America, whenever anything happens, you are going to be shocked. You are going to be shocked, and you're going to be surprised. And if you are surprised when this war happens, it is going to cause you your life. It's going to cause you your life, because this war is the last war. It's third world war, World War Three. So you really need to hearken and listen in this times, because in these times, these are the last days, the very last days, and it ain't gonna be like the last times. It ain't gonna be like you get into the war for a couple of years and then you get out and then life is back to normal. No, 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 no. That's not how it's gonna go down. It's not gonna go down the way you think it is. It's not gonna go down the way you feel it as it is. That's just not gonna happen. Like, it's certain things that you really need to take heed to. Like, y'all take heed to certain things like TikTok challenges and trends and trending, all these trending things that don't really matter. But things that can save your life, that's the things that you tend not to look at or care about. That's a problem. It's a very huge problem. And that's a problem that we're trying to fix in our community. A thing in our community that we want to fix the most is the attention span of our people. Our people don't pay attention to the right things. Our people don't pay attention to things that really matter in life. That's a problem. And that's what got us in the predicament that we're in now. Our people wanted to go be like the other nations and not pay attention to what God gave us, the culture that God gave us, the things that God want us to do, the things that God want us to hearken to and listen to. We didn't care about it. We had a short attention span towards the things that God wants us to do, but we gave full attention to things that don't matter, things that other cultures were doing, things that other cultures wanted us to do, and things that they were doing on their own time. We wanted to go have the time of the oppressors. We want to go have the time of the heathen nations, the time of that they have to do those things that don't matter to God. And if it doesn't matter to God, it shouldn't matter to you. If it does not matter to God, it should not matter to you. You shouldn't be so indulged in it and trying to actually listen to anything else if it's not of God. That's the main thing that everyone needs to really understand. You don't need to listen to anything else but to what God says. So if you indulge in anything else except what God says, that is a distraction. You indulging in TikTok is a distraction. You indulging in Instagram story, how people perceive you on the internet is a distraction. It's a distraction from this. This is something very, very heavy that no one is paying attention to. Because what the white man wants, it's like what the white man wants is for us to be distracted. Because if we're distracted, then everything else it just falls right in line. Everything else falls right in line. If we're distracted, then we can't get the kingdom of heaven, which allows the white man to rule longer. If we're distracted, we can't serve the Lord God the way He wants us to, and He will never come back. It's that simple. So they found every single thing that they can to distract you. Every single thing. Every little thing that they can to distract you, they're going to use it to the fullest extent. You see that all your other friends and family, they're on TikTok doing TikTok trends going viral. Do you think going viral matters to the Lord? Do you think going viral matters to the Most High God, the one who made the earth? You think going viral in popularity matters to the Most High God? No, it does not. And that's one thing that our people need to really understand. Because if it mattered to the Lord, if that mattered to the Lord will already be back. If going popular and going famous and viral really mattered to the Lord, He would be back right now on earth, right now. You know how many people that's already went viral and people that's already popular and famous and making money off popularity? So if the Lord doesn't care about popularity, why do you? If the Lord doesn't care about popularity and going viral and TikTok, why do you?
Right.
It's a distraction. That's
Right.
a really big distraction that you need to take yourself from a part of. You need to separate yourself from the distractions. We teach how to separate yourself from the distractions. That's what we teach.
Right.
You can go ahead about Azar if you have something to say.
Yes, lucky. I just wanted. Wait, can I be heard?
Yeah, you can be here.
I just wanted to touch on how destroyed the lies have made us. Like earlier this week, you know what I'm saying? I tried to text a sister that's a Christian. And I try to, you know what I'm saying? I just said what's up? I said, "What's up, sis?" And she blocked me just off of my profile because I have things of the school on my profile. And then she has a friend that was also following me. She probably told her friend to unfollow me as well because of what, you know what I'm saying, what we teach. But it's crazy because we believe in the Bible and the Christians believe in the Bible too. But the Christians is making their lies so strong that they won't even text their brother. That they
Right,
want to disconnect themselves from the truth so much that it's just crazy. The world as we know it is crazy. That's all I
right.
wanted to say.
And that's heavy. That's real heavy. It's crazy that he even says that because that is a prime example, very prime example of our people being distracted and lies taking over their mind frame. Lies have taken over our people's mind frames as we know it, like bad, like little things like games, things like virtual reality, AI. Those are all lies that's been scripted in our people's brains. They would trust in AI more than they trust the prophet of God. They will actually they a prophet of God will say something, they'll disagree with it, and do you know where they go and ask for the real answer? They go ask an AI bot, Chat GPT. They will trust an AI over a prophet of God. And that's one thing that is so deep and so spiritual because that shows how lost we are as a people. That shows how all the lies have really been scripted into our brains, and now we can't even run away from it. We can't even leave those lies. We can't even separate from those lies because our people are stuck in the world. But here is where we teach how to separate from those lies, how to leave those lies and not look back. The lies, there's no lies in here. There's not one line here. Everyone else in the world, there's lies. You're gonna see it every day. You open your phone, you're gonna see a lie. So like, open your phone, you're gonna see a lie. You look at an app, you see a lie. But here, there's not one line here. Baba Kushah, if y'all could read the title and everything.
So like, yeah, wait, who has the article? Cause I can read it off my. Oh, actually, no, never mind.
All right, let's read the title. Is maybe you see it as to prepare for Russia to prepare for war with NATO. So that's really big. That's in the Bible as well. So Russia preparing for war with NATO. That's a really big concept. That's a really big thing that everyone needs to be paying attention to. And the reason is why is because that is what sparks World War III. Russia going to war with NATO, that's a really big thing that not a lot of people is paying attention to because of the lies and all these things that's been planted in our face. So we got all these lies and uh things that's being planted in our eyes and our face in everyday life. That's what's distracting us from this big thing right here. Russia preparing for war with NATO. Can you scroll down a little bit, Baba Kasha? Zakari. Yeah, I think he left. Hold on, I got it real quick. Give me a second. Baba Kasha.
Yeah, if you could send it on
Yeah, I'm gonna send it.
Discord.
I'm gonna send it.
Oh, Zakaria back.
Read the first paragraph, Baba Kasha.
It's like what?
Yeah.
You want me to read it?
I mean, anybody. Anybody.
All right, I got you. I gotta redo something with the camera real quick. Hold on.
All right, that's no sweat. Hold on, I'm gonna just I got it. I'm gonna send it to. Hey, do you think that Azak could be able to present or not?
Um, would you like for me to read? Cause I got it on my TV right now.
That article?
Yeah, like what? Just I just need somebody to scroll whenever I get done reading.
That's to what?
All right, y'all hear me?
Y'all can hear you.
All
God.
right. Russia has to prepare for war with NATO as well as complete its war against Ukraine. Russian Defense Minister Andrea Belasov told the Defense Ministry on Monday in a joint meeting with President Vladimir Putin.
Start right there, Baba Kasha. So Russia is preparing for war against NATO. If you don't know, NATO is allied forces, and we're in those allied forces, basically. So they're praying it's like they are preparing for war against us, the US. And um Russia not playing. Russia don't have no type of like chill. They don't have nothing in their mind telling them to stop or they like we shouldn't do this. We should keep the peace. No, no. Russia is trying to go at it, and that's a problem for the Americans. Problem for people in the U.S. because that means people are going to die. Russia have a lot of missiles. They have a lot of things up their sleeve, and they're ready to use them at any time. They're ready to use them on the people that are not theirs. See, one thing about Russia is that they are going to look out for their people. Russia told Russians in America that it's time to get out of America. It's time to leave America and come back to Russia because that means they're going. It's gonna go down. They're gonna start bombing stuff, and if you get caught in the crossfire, oh well, because we told you to get out the way. So one thing about Russians, they love their people. They're gonna take care of the people, and they always are going to keep their people safe. But one thing about us as a nation is that we don't care about our people. If you cared about our people, you will be in a school. If you care about our people, you will be not dwelling with other people, other nations. See, everybody else they all looking out for their families and for their people. But us, nah. We trying to join with their families. We're trying to join with their people. They they would all the other nations in America, the Arabians, the white men, the Asians, they all have they stuff planned out. They already know about this. They've seen this article and read this article 1,000 times over. They know about all this. They've been doing this for years. And this is your first time hearing it. So first time hearing anything about this. But them, they already know. And they already been preparing. They've been building underground bunkers. They've been storing food. They've been still storing water, all types of stuff. And what are you doing? Trying to go viral on TikTok.
Mm,
Trying to dance and shake your hips on TikTok.
mm.
Trying to find any single way you can on the earth to go viral and go and be popular. You think that matters to God? No. My God is going to destroy popularity. He's going to destroy your airways and the internet and all these things as in life as you know it. Nothing's going to be the same. You ain't gonna be worried about going viral whenever them lights shut off.
Right.
Whenever the electricity go out. What you gonna do? How are you gonna go viral then if you ain't got no internet? How? What is popularity gonna do for you when you ain't got no water? When you stuck in your house freezing cold because ain't no heaters in the house, no ain't no AC, the air conditioner don't work no more. You cook do. So now what you gonna do? You gonna go viral and get some water going viral? People gonna see you and bring you some water from their house because they know you on TikTok? No, no, no. Everyone is going to be fighting from themselves for themselves because all your viewers, all your fans, they weren't prepared either. They don't have any water to give.
Hmm.
They don't have nothing to give to you. They don't even have nothing for themselves. So you should be focused on the things that matter, like this. This is one thing that really, really matters. This is literally life or death. You're looking at it right here in your face. You're looking at life or death in your face right now. Now, what are you going to do with it? You see Russia preparing for war against NATO. You see it. So what are you preparing for? What are you going to prepare for? You going to prepare for another? You going to prepare for another live? I hold on. I can set up my LED lights and are you guys actually preparing for setting
Uh,
up your Twitch stream, setting up your like? Come on, bro. It's way more things in life that you need to be worried about other than TikTok and like, come on, keep reading.
uh,
Abakusha.
uh, the Ministry of Defense of Russia must be ready for any development of events, including a possible military conflict with NATO in Europe in the next decade, Balasso said.
So you have Russia getting ready for conflict against NATO. So they're planning to do this in the next decade. Like it's either we attack them or they attack us. It's either or they're gonna have to, we're gonna fight. And once we do fight, it's imperative that you are very prepared because the fighting it's not gonna be like some far distance out there fighting. You still in on New York Times Square dancing. It's like you still doing backflips on Sixth Street. You still running in and out the clubs and drinking and partying, and while everybody else over there fighting and dying. Nah, it ain't gonna be one of them. This is you gonna be very much affected, very much affected. Keep reading.
Khan out of Wakan. The Russian comments come as United States President elect Donald Trump called for a rapid end to the fighting Monday. We're trying to get the war stopped. That horrible, horrible war that's going on in Ukraine, Russia, Ukraine. We're going to get a little progress. It's a tough one, a nasty one. It's nasty.
So you see Donald Trump, he does not want this war to happen.
Right.
He is so against this war happening. He is like please, like this war is horrible, horrible war, nasty war. Do you want to know why he thinks this is a nasty, nasty war and a horrible, horrible war? Because he knows he's not prepared for it.
Right.
He is not ready for this war. That's why it's nasty. That's why it's horrible. See, America is a very prideful nation. You know that. They are exalted above high as
Right.
an evil. They are a very prideful nation, and they're gonna take any chance they can to boast. Trust me, believe that. If they were ready, they would say, "Come on." That's the spirit of America. America is a war war country. They're the strongest country right now, as supposed. But as they had that reputation in the past, and they're trying to uphold it still now, they were slacking all these years. Yeah, they built a couple missiles here and there, some jets. Yeah, so has Russia. So has China. China they got some crazy stuff. China got that. Like I ain't gonna lie. Hey, China, they got some technology over there, and Russia not too far behind them as well. China's already building robots that walk and speak and fight. I seen a video of robots fighting like hand in hand combat in China, and let's not even get started on the soldiers. The soldier difference is way different. Like the soldiers that's here in America, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that we cook like America is cooked. We got some TikToking soldiers. We got soldiers that's distracted as well. Like we got soldiers, bro. You got. I remember at work I was at the slave and this is somebody that's in the military who was in the military and she left the military a little while ago, but she was telling me about all her experiences in the military and she said some crazy stuff. I didn't think that was like why we even have military. She was like every night they go in the barracks and in the barracks is that's like the craziest stuff happen. They do all the drugs, they do hard cocaine, they do this like because if you do the harder drugs, it's like it gets out of your system the fastest. So like marijuana and everything that stays in your system a little longer than normal, right? But harder drugs to get out your system faster. So that's what they would do. They would do hard drugs like cocaine, coke. Sorry, no.
K2.
All, so like I said, what? Nah, no. Oh, you my iPhone charger? No. But they would do a whole bunch of types of crazy drugs, right? So, and then they would wake up in the morning, 6, however early they wake up in the morning, and be pretty messed up because they did drugs all night. And they would do this every single night in basic training. So, let's say during their training, right? Okay, during the training is when they're supposed to be getting stronger. They're supposed to be taking this seriously. Supposed to be taking this, like fight for my country. I need to do this to fight for my country. They're taking this as an opportunity to get benefits. That's all they go to that's all they go to the army for benefits. They don't care about nothing. They don't care about their country. They don't care about the things that actually pertain to the country. They just know if I do this and I get injured in any type of way, I can get out and I get the benefits. That's a problem for America because that just shows the soldiers. Their soldiers don't care, and the soldiers that do care are very. It's only so many of them. Though the soldiers that do care are the JROTC kids in the hallways hitting their turns crazy hard. Right turn, left turn in the hallways. They walking left, left in the hallways during passing periods. Those are the people that care. But in those groups of people that were doing those things in the hallways, there's only about 2 of them in each school. 2, 3 max, maybe 4. I give you 4. And the rest of the kids in JROTC are the kids that's going to the army for the benefits. So ask yourself, how cooked is America? Truly, they're poor. They're in debt from every nation. In debt, they're poor. They don't have the resources. They don't have the manpower. They have numbers. So what? They are in good numbers. They are not good numbers at all. You can have a million soldiers and still lose. You can have a billion soldiers and still lose. Because if all your soldiers is weak, if all your soldiers don't even know how to throw a punch. Most people in the army don't even know how to throw a punch correctly.
Right.
They rely on them guns way too much. But if you got into a hand-to-hand combat with a soldier from another nation, what are you gonna do? He gonna body you. He gonna run up on you, hit you with an elbow, and you
Facts.
cooked, because you ain't got that gun in your hand. You ain't got a knife in your hand. So you have a billion soldiers, but they're all weak. Your nation is going to fall. Your nation is going to fall, and there's nothing you can really do about it because America is meant to fall. Babylon is going to fall.
Right.
So like, keep reading.
Could could you scroll?
So like, is a card. Read Bible Shah.
All right. Trump, Trump added that Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky should be prepared to make a deal, but Moscow shows no sign.
Hey,
But Moscow shows no sign of giving up the fight it launched over 2 years ago. But Laskov said that Russia has taken the initiative in the fighting and aims to fully conquer Ukraine's Luhansk, Zaporizhzhia, Kherson.
Salakia. Can you read back from the first paragraph?
Like, all right, come out of Khan. Trump, that Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky should be prepared to make a deal.
Okay, so you have Trump. He really wants to make a deal with uh people in Russia to stop this war, right? They really want to stop this war because they know that they're not prepared for this war. They know that Russia got that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing they could do about that. They really cooked if they get into this war with them. They know their soldiers are ready. They know their soldiers are stronger and better. They know that their soldiers are just out of their league. Their soldiers fight bears. Their president rides bears. Our president sits back in his chair and eats cheese all day. Like literally. Sit back in the chair like this with his stomach poked out his shirt. He got one button on the unbutton to let his stomach come a little bit further out, eating cheese all day, eating McDonald's all day, while their president is riding bears, shirtless,
We
riding bears. He ain't bracing the spirit of Esau.
right.
So they know if they get into this, it's over with. It's cooked. That's why it's so horrible. That's why it's so nasty. They don't want to indulge in this. Keep reading. Kasha.
Khan out of Wakan. But Moscow shows no sign of
It's
giving.
wait, Salaki. They don't know what.
But Moscow showed no sign of giving up the fight it launched over 2 years ago.
So, so they show no signs of giving up. See, Trump tried his hardest to just stop the war. He's like, please, I know that if this war starts, my reign is over. America's reign is over, and he doesn't want to be known as the president that led America to nothing. He doesn't want to be known as that. He doesn't want to be known as the president that led America under Russia's rule, Russia's reign. He doesn't want to be known as that. I mean, why would he? He's such a prideful man. He did such a, you know, he has to be on top. And he cannot be wrong in no instance. He can't be anything in no instance. He has to be perfect, right, and at the top of the world. So why would he want to be known as that?
Or
Like, but ain't nothing you can do about it now because Moscow is not showing any signs of giving up. They're not showing any signs of them stopping. They're trying to go full force, full throttle, however hard they can. It's nothing they can do. Keep reading. Go down. No, you keep reading. Keep reading.
Khan out of Wakan. Velasquez said that Russia has taken the initiative in the fighting and aims to fully conquer Ukraine's Luhansk, Zaporizhzhia, Kherson, and Donetsk regions by next year. He claimed that Ukrainian troops are exhausted and the Russian army has been rapidly advancing on all fronts.
Yeah, it's looking really bad for the Ukrainians. You know what I'm saying? Ukrainians is a part of NATO. It's looking real bad for them. Like very, very bad for them. They're exhausted. Russia is advancing, and Russia is literally fighting to literally take over Ukraine. Like that's what they're fighting for. And one thing about Russia is that they're not going to give up. They are going to try to eradicate anyone who gets in their way of this goal. Their goal is to take over Ukraine. And anyone trying to prevent that is an enemy to them. And them and being an enemy to them is being an enemy to a lot of other nations. So you have America. America America has been lending Ukraine missiles and ammo to fight back against Russia. And Russia noticed it. And now Russia is going to attack the US. So, I'm going to ask this question again from the beginning. What are you preparing for? What are you preparing for? Are you preparing for TikTok popularity, TikTok streams, Twitch streams, Instagram streams, trying to go viral, or should you be preparing water, food, clothes, shelter, something, so you can survive what's coming? Because there is no stop at this. This is going to happen. It's happening right now. It's happening right here in front of your face. There's more and more news articles that come out about this every day. Every day. Keep reading, Baba Kasha.
Khan Adabul Khan. He added that Russia has managed to recruit more than 400,000 so like 427,000 troops this year, or an average of 1,200 a day.
So he has the numbers as well. He's gaining more and more troops, not even adding all the people that was already in the army in Russia. This is his new troops. It's troopers right here. You got 427,000 in 1 year. In the year of 2024, he gained that many troops. And these not no run of the mill trying to get benefits troops. These are troops. The troops. These are the troops. Keep reading, Baba Kushar.
Khan Adabul Khan. He also warned he also warned that Russia has to prepare to fight NATO due to the threat posed
Posed.
posed by the alliance.
Yeah, so NATO is a threat itself. NATO is like, that is a threat. Like all those countries combining for what? What are y'all combining for? What do y'all what do y'all need to combine for? Y'all trying to conspire against the other countries that y'all not combine with? That's a threat itself. That's why BRICS was formed. BRICS was combative to the alliance that was made, that they weren't in. And you see right here, Russia doesn't take that alliance lightly. Russia doesn't take that alliance that they made lightly. He's preparing to fight NATO due to that threat posed by the alliance. The alliance itself is something nasty that they ain't messing with that. I ain't gonna lie. That's something that you need to really sink in your mind, because after all I've said today, Russia, you can see Russia not playing, right? So like Baba Kushal, can you give me the script, not the scripture, the article, Russia attacks Ukraine on Christmas. So Russia, you've seen all the things Russia is doing. You've seen all the things that Russia has been, you know what I'm saying? Russia not playing, you feel me? But you don't know that Russia actually going through with it. Like before it was talking about like going to take action, preparing. But you don't know that Russia is actually going through with this. Like, they not playing. Read the title about Russia.
Khan Adabul Khan. Russia says Christmas Day attack on Ukraine was a success, as he calls strikes inhumane.
Russia attacked Ukraine on Christmas Day. Y'all prepared for the wrong thing once again. Y'all were unprepared once again. Y'all was preparing for Christmas gifts. Y'all was preparing for all these pagan things to do. Preparing for, oh, what should I get my son for Christmas? Or what should I get my pop for Christmas? I said, we need to go buy a Christmas tree and put it in our house. And we ain't got no more lights. You had to throw them away last year. Why you doing lights? We gonna need them this year. I gotta go buy some more lights. Let me go buy some. Y'all preparing for stuff like that. They prepared to take action against Ukraine, and they did it. So on the same day that the Ukrainians was sitting there and just, you know what I'm saying, the Ukrainians were just sitting there and opening their presents, and grown men opening presents, 25 years old in their mama's house, mad at their mama because they ain't getting the new PS5. Grown men not prepared, looking at the gifts and mad. And right after he was mad, he got blew up. Right after he was mad about not getting gifts and things that don't matter, he got blew up because he wasn't prepared. Scroll down, Michael Shaw. Right, go down a little bit more. Right there. Go up. Mm, Go up a little bit more. A little bit more. Right there. All right. You can start from the first highlighted right there.
All right. I gotta wait till it.
Yeah, it's just what.
All right, the first one highlighted. All right, early this Christmas. Salaki. Early this morning, air raid alerts sounded across Ukraine, including in the capital, Kyiv, where people live. People shelter in metro station.
Mm-hmm. Keep
U-
reading.
Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky called the attack inhumane and said the Christmas Day timing was a conscious decision.
Keep reading. Wait,
You
before you even go any further, he said that's a conscious decision because that was very strategic. He knew that everyone was going to be unprepared. He knew everyone's not going to be ready for this because one thing on Christmas that everyone does is that they take off days. Everyone's off, and they're back open on January the 6th. Everyone's off. No one's doing anything, and everyone is relaxed, really, really laxed. And while everyone is lax on that Christmas morning because they want to see their kids open the presents they bought them, they did this. Keep reading.
Khan out of Wakan. Ukraine's Air Force said it detected 184 missiles and drones,
Mm-hmm.
out of which they shot down 59 missiles and 54 drones, while another 52 drones did not reach their targets.
So Russia sent over 184 missiles and drones on the day of Christmas. They made their own lights. They made their own Christmas lights. They made their own Christmas lights and blew up a whole infrastructure,
Mhm.
a whole energy infrastructure, and put the people of Ukraine in a blackout in the city of Kyiv. Just put them in a whole blackout. So this goes back to what I was saying before. How are you gonna go viral with no energy, with no internet? You're about things that don't matter. You're about things that about TikTok views, and those views won't matter when you don't have internet, when you don't have power, you don't have lights. That's something that should be. This is something. This is right here. This article right here is something that you should be very much paying attention to. Because if you don't pay attention to this, you are going to be next. You see that. You see what they're doing in a whole different country, but this country is tied to us.
Right.
This country is tied to us because this country is in alliance with us. This country is is this. This is going to be us next, like literally next.
Slack, sir, if I could.
Go ahead.
It looked like it's already starting to happen these past couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like everybody need to start opening their eyes because it's starting to come over here now.
Right. That's heavy. That's real heavy that he said that for real. Like If you don't even know what's going on, it's a lot of sicknesses going around. A new sickness called X. Am I saying that right, Rapa? X.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's like disease X or something like that. I'm gonna check it out.
Disease X is crazy. Disease X. Disease X is crazy. Like, do you understand how what that even like, bro? That's crazy. This might be worse than COVID. I ain't gonna lie. And imagine this: COVID already exists, right? We got COVID, and we got the flu. Now imagine you having COVID and X at the same time, and the flu. Yikes! 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 So I could keep reading. Go down to the last paragraph right there on the screen.
Khan out of Khan. People in Ukraine's second largest city, Kharkiv, were warned to stay at home. The
Mm-hmm.
city earlier had 520,000 people without without heating and electricity.
Mm-mm-mm. So you got all these people in this city with no heat, no nothing, just cooked. They're in their houses, freezing, just cooked. So like, can you give me the this last article about the Mach 10 missiles? The Mach 10 missiles, boy. This is probably
Doc,
my. Go ahead,
said Mach 10 missiles.
Mach 10.
Good night.
It's crazy. So this is probably my favorite article I'm gonna bring out tonight because this this you don't understand how crazy this is. Mach 10, that's 10 times faster than the speed of sound. Like, that's fast. Okay, one thing I have to tell you before we even get into the scripture, not scriptures, like this article, is that these Mach 10 missiles, they not only going Mach 10, right? They maneuver, they dodge bullets and missiles as well, going Mach 10. They go Mach 10 and they maneuver. That's how you know the white man is the devil. That's how you
Right.
know. That's how you know the white man is the devil. And they're doing this because they're trying to use these weapons not for the countries. No, no. They know something bigger is coming than these countries. They know. And that's what they're preparing for. They're trying to fight against God, trying to fight against the Most High God because they don't need no Mach 10 missiles. They don't need no Mach 10 missile, bro, for a human. Like, they don't need that at all. They can just throw a nuke over there and that's it. They don't need no missiles, Mach 10 missiles. They need Mach 10 missiles because they're trying to match the speed of the angels, match the speed of God, match the speed of the Most High and Christ. But they're all it matter Mach 10, Mach 20, Mach 30. You're not gonna be faster than Christ and the angels. So like it, can you read that? No, no, no. Actually, just go. Don't even read the title. Just go down. Go down a little bit about Kasha. Uh, keep going. All right, right there. Wait, start right there. All right. So, can you read? All right. Go up a little bit. Just one tiny bit. Go up one tiny bit. All right. Can you read that real quick about Kasha? The first paragraph.
Yeah, let it load up. All right, Khan out of Khan. Within hours of November 2021, attack on the military facility Russian President Vladimir Putin took the rare step of speaking on national TV to boast about the new hypersonic missile.
All right, stop right there. So, like I was telling you, the white man is very prideful. They're gonna boast about anything, that any chance they can get. And you see Putin doing it right here. Putin, he was like, "All right, y'all check this, y'all got it. I ain't tripping because I got something for y'all, and y'all not ready for this one." He got a hypersonic missile in his inventory. He got a hypersonic missile in his backpack. All you gotta do is take the remote control out of his bag, press the button, and y'all cook. For real.
So like if I could,
Go ahead.
it's crazy that people don't realize the white man is the devil. Cause this whole this man is going on whole television, boasting and on television boasting about something that he has that's
Hmm.
destructive. It sounds like the white man is the real thugs.
Right. That's right. I don't know nobody in the hood that walks around boasting about some hypersonic missiles. Go ahead.
It's like if I could, I don't know nobody in the hood who even own a missile.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I do.
White people.
Also, and just like how we was debating the other night, and they went to go and try to or try to bash the black and Hispanic community for being gangsters. When I asked them, they said who I asked who were the first gangsters. They said the white man. That just shows you everything that you need to know about him.
Like that's how you know that. Am I muted? That's how you know that white men are the biggest thugs. White men are and you can't get no more thugged out than a white man. Like whatever you have, they're gonna one up it. No, they gonna 10 up it. Them boys, you got AKs, you got Drakes, you got ARPs. Oh, you got switches. Like, okay, you got a whole hypersonic missile, nukes. But you go, and then not only that he has that, he gonna boast about it too. Just how you go on Instagram Live. Yeah, I got Switch, I got Drake. He won the news. I got hypersonic missile. Yeah, yeah. Some light, some calm, some slight. That's them. They're the thugs. We our people get it from them. Our people get us being thugs from them because they do what they see. Just like
Right.
a child, they receive everything as a child because that's just how we are as a people. We want to go do what they do and be how they are. And that's what we need to separate from. We need to separate from the things that they do and how they do it.
Right.
Just because they go on TV and boast about their things, don't mean you need to go on Instagram Live and boast about your things. You need to go boast about your heavy metal and your heavy artillery. Let them do that. Let them go be prideful. Because at the end, all those things will fail them when Christ returns. When Christ
That's right.
returns, all these hypersonic missiles and nukes and bombs, those are going to get destroyed.
Right.
Those and they're just best believe they're gonna send them. Whenever they see them chariots popped up in the valley of Jehoshaphat, and they all look up and see them chariots, they going but them ain't gonna do nothing. Nothing at all. It's gonna slip the missile. It's gonna hit it, repair right off of it. Like, don't be like America. Don't be like the white man. Don't be like everyone else. Be ye separate.
Right.
Go ahead, Pod, if you want to say something.
Uh, yeah. So like if I could, and it just shows how much of a deceiver they are as well because when they boast about having hypersonic missiles that go Mach 10,
Mm-hmm.
we just look at it like, well, there's something new they got. We don't
Mm-hmm.
even look at it like, wow, these dudes are just they're going to try to end everyone. They're going to
Right.
try to unalive everybody on the planet. We don't look at it like that. We look at it just like, oh, they just created some new scientific thing that's gonna be good for the world instead of it's gonna end everything.
Right. That is a problem. That like the fact that we look at that and see that and just be like, oh well, like it's like that's normal. That's not normal.
I'm on con.
Scroll down a little bit, Baba Kasha, Zakari, a little bit more, right there. Baba Kasha Khan, if you could.
All right. What's known about the how you say that
Orjnik.
Orshnik?
Okay, so the Orjnik is the missile that's being talked about. That's the Mach 10 missile, right?
All right.
So keep going.
A satisfied smile played across Putin's face as he described how the Orshnik streaks to its target at 10 times the speed of sound, or Mach 10, like a meteorite, and claimed it was immune to any missile defense system. Ukrainian military officials said it reached Mach 11.
So okay, there's a lot of things in this one paragraph that's so heavy. These boys got a Mach 10, no, Mach 11 missile. Mach 11 missile, and Putin is smirking about it. He is describing this with joy.
Right.
He on there is explaining it in his head. He like, I bet you I ain't know I had this one. I got that, yeah. I got that fire. Nah, like that's crazy. Mach 11 missiles?
Vicky.
What do you need a Mach 11 missile for? You are not using this for America. You don't care about America. You don't care about all the other. You don't care about Ukraine. You care about the Most High. See,
Right.
Putin the one who has said that he knows that Christ is black and revealed the truth about the Israelites and all those other things? Putin knows what's coming. He knows. And that's why he's getting ready like this. This is why he has Mach 11 missiles. That's why. Keep reading.
Khan Khan. General Sergei Karakyov, head of Russia's strategic missiles forces, said the Oreshnik could carry nuclear or conventional warheads and as it has a range to reach any European target.
Okay, so so a nuclear warhead, nuclear or conventional warhead. I'm gonna give you the definition of it real quick. For time's sake, I want to pull up on the thing. I'll just read it. So a nuclear warhead is a weapon that uses nuclear fission or fusion reactions to create a massive explosion, releasing immense destructive power. While a conventional warhead is a weapon that uses chemical explosives like TNT, producing a significantly smaller explosion compared to a nuclear one. Essentially, a nuclear warhead is a weapon of mass destruction, while conventional warhead is a standard explosive device used in military operations. So the Orishnik could carry nuclear or conventional warheads. Now we just read the conventional warhead is a weapon that uses chemical explosive, and it produces like something like a nuke, right? And then you read also the nuclear warhead is a weapon of mass destruction. While like you see, they both are very explosive, very a lot of what's it called? A lot of destruction could be used with these two, right? So keep reading.
Khan out of Wakan. The Pentagon said the Oreshnik was an experimental type of intermediate range,
Oh,
but
it's lucky. It's lucky. Go down to the last paragraph.
Khan out of Wakan. Ukraine's main intelligence directorate said the missile had 6 warheads.
Wait, what?
Ukraine's main intelligence directorate said the missile had 6 warheads.
6 warheads in that one missile. 6 warheads. Keep reading.
Khan out of Wakan, each carrying 6 submunition.
It got 6 submunitions in them 6 warheads in that one missile. Okay, wait, Zakari, go down a little bit more. Keep reading.
Khan out of Wakan, its payload of independently targetable warheads, like a cluster of hazelnuts growing on a tree, could be the inspiration for the missile's name.
Do you know how destructive that is? That's why he got that. That's why he has that name. Because once it hit, that's like 6 different and it grows. The explosion grows on top of each other like hazelnuts growing on a tree. In that one missile. And not only is it that destructive, it goes Mach 11, fast and destructive, and you can't shoot out the air. You can't intercept it. You can't hit it. No, you're like this is like crazy. You're cooked. You're fried. You're fried. Like there's nothing you can do against this. Baba Kushak, can you give me the book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1? See, one thing you have to really learn about this is that this is going to be America's reality. See, you see the expression I feel for how crazy this is, and the expression you feel for how crazy this is. Now imagine that. What we're talking about heading here. Imagine how you would feel then. Imagine how you would feel realizing, or how you should feel, or rather, I should say, rather how you should feel realizing that those things, that missile, that Mach 11 missile, the Orishnik, is coming here to the U.S. And thing about it is that you can't do nothing about it. You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. As we read, Putin is not trying to stop. Moscow is nowhere is not trying to stop the war. Putin is happy that he has these things. He's happy that he has these things and he's ready to use them. He smirks whenever he brings up these things. He smirks and laughs and thinks it's funny. He boasts about it on the news whenever he brings up these things. These things to him are very, very satisfying his heart. It just his soul is just his spirit. It's just relieved. He's been building up all these things. He finally gets to use them. Baba Kushal, could you read that scripture for me?
Khan out of Wakan. This is the book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not.
Okay, so the bloody city, that's America, Babylon. Bloody city. This is a very bloody city, right? It's full of lies, full of robbery, and all the sins that you can ever even think of in this one country. This country needs to fall. This country has to fall because humans, as we know it, will go extinct if this country don't fall. There's no way that the earth could even exist for at least 300 more years if this country doesn't fall. 200 more years. This city is already messed up as it is. Now imagine the sins growing. Imagine the things that's not that God hates growing even more. They already legalized gay marriage. They already legalized you can be able to marry a tree. How much more could you do? How much more could you create? How much more sin could you create and allow? You're gonna allow all these things that God hates, but y'all say that this is a nation under God. This is the one nation under God, America, a bloody city full of lies and robbery. Come on, like you gotta wake up. You gotta see what it is for what it truly is. You can't be blinded by the things that you are, you know, seeing every day. Can't be blinded by TikTok. Can't be blinded by all these other things that don't really matter. Focus on the thing that matters. Focus on these articles that I'm bringing out in these scriptures. 'Cause at the end of the day, you're gonna we us as a nation is going to carry the same fate as America if we don't separate from them. This bloody city. Next
So
script.
like you
Okay,
said,
go ahead.
I got a precept for that.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4.
Say Revelation 18:4.
Kind of on kind.
Go ahead, read it.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people,
Right.
that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues."
That's one thing that we really need to listen to. What we are doing in this school is the scripture. We're separating from the other nations and coming out of her. We're separating from those other nations. No, so like can you do the next verse, Baba Kusa? But we're separating from those other nations and separating from the things that they're doing, coming out of her and not partaking in their sins. Because if we partake in their sins, this will be our fate. This right here will be our fate. Read that scripture, Baba Kusa.
Come out of Wakan, the noise of a whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Come out of Wakan, the horseman lifted up both the bright sword and glittering spear, and
Hold
there
on. Wait. Glittering spear. That right there sounds like what? The glittering spear is that Mach 11 missile coming from Russia to the bloody city,
That's
America.
right.
America is going to fall to the hands of the glittering spear. That glittering spear being a missile. Yes, there's missiles in the Bible. You're seeing it right here.
Come on,
And
kind.
and what does that glittering spear cause people to do? Keep reading.
come out of Wakan, and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses,
Mm-hmm. Keep reading.
and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses.
Those glittering spears are no playthings. The glittering spears that they're going to send over to America is going to result in death. Like I said before, you're not going to be on 6th Street just playing, doing backflips up and down 6th Street, sitting there in one spot like you're a robot, painted in all bronze, acting like you're not real, like a statue. You're not going to be sitting there in 6th Street going in and out of clubs and partying while there's a whole war going over there. No, this this war right here, the glittering spears that Russia have, is going to result in carcasses and corpses, a great multitude of them. As a matter of fact, not just one or two, not just a couple, nah, a great number of carcasses. So like so Zakar, could you update the scripture?
Mm.
Could you go to verse 4?
Nahum.
Yeah. Can you read Khan?
Come out of Wakan, because of the multitude of the whoredoms
Mm-hmm.
of the well favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts.
So they're not getting destroyed for no reason. See, you're probably wondering, what did I do? Well, why do I deserve this? I didn't do anything. It's not even you. It's America itself. America has. It's because the multitude of their whoredoms. They like to sell our sisters back and forth. They like to sell their sisters back and forth. They have well they have Slovakia because of because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well favored harlot and the mistress of witchcrafts that setteth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. They have spoiled you with vain deceit, vain philosophy, and sold you to the things that they do. They've sold you to Christmas. They've sold you to New Year's. They've sold you to and reduced you to Black History Month. Every day should be Black History Month.
Right.
Every day. We should be getting reparations every day
Right.
for the things they've done to us for over 400 years. You shouldn't settle for no 1 month. Like, you shouldn't care about that. You should be rebelling for to be ruling. You should be on top. The white man knows how to calm you down, how to ease you down. They know that we just give them 1 month, they'll chill. Not but you not knowing you should be ruling the world.
That's
You're
right.
settling for 1 month when you can settle for the rest of your life being on top. They're still on top, and you have 1 month. You have a 1 month of celebration is not hurting them in any way. They don't care. If
Right.
anything, they get more money from it. They get more money because you're going in their stores to go buy their food, their party decorations, all these things, so you can Salakia, so you can celebrate the 1 month that you got. You had all these things. You got all these things right from them. You got all these things they sold to you. All the missions of the witchcraft, selling all these things to you. You got that from them. Settling for less. Go ahead about Kakan.
If I could, cause I got a precept.
Go ahead.
It's in the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 9 through 10.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "But these two things shall come Salaki. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, None seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else besides me."
Mm. Being selfish. It's crazy. And that will get you eliminated with America. America's fate is already sealed. Babylon is going to fall. That's going to happen. But you can choose to separate from America and not fall with Babylon. You can choose not to be like Babylon, not to be with Babylon. Separate from your oppressor. Separate from the people that have you doing things that you do not need to be doing. That's against God.
Right.
And it's crazy because the reason why we don't know because we're blinded and we can't see what's going on in front of us because they have dumbed us down so much to where whenever knowledge comes, we don't even want to receive it. We see the knowledge in our face and we walk right past it. You see the prophets of God on the street corners screaming and preaching and professing their love towards their people for you. And you look at it, try to give you a flyer, you say no, and you keep walking. Because they have blinded you. And they sold the nations through their whoredoms and families through their witchcraft. But it's okay. Because in the next verse, give me that next verse, Bible Kushah.
Khan out of Khan. Verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face,
Mm-hmm.
and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
That is what's going to happen to them. You can't see it right now, but you will see it soon. The Lord is against all the things that America does. This is not one nation under God. The Lord is against this nation. The Lord hates this nation. The Lord is going to destroy this nation. And the Lord is going to reveal all the things that America has done to our people and to all everybody else. They're going to see how disgusting and filthy this nation is. All thanks to the Lord. Now all you have to
Right.
do is just wait on the day for it to come. You need to wait and make sure you're not on the side that's getting exposed. Make sure you're not the one going viral and getting leaked. Because America is finna get leaked. America is fenced to be the ones getting leaked on in front of the whole world.
Right.
Some people get leaked and a couple million see it. Nah. Every single body in the world is going to see this leak. This is the Lord is going to discover thy skirts upon thy face. And there is nothing that anyone can do about it. You've already committed the sins. You've already committed all of the acts and crimes. Give me Zechariah 14 and 12. You already committed all the acts and crimes and all these things that they've done. Now it's time for the revealing. Now it's time for the skirt to come upon thy face. Because they've had enough time to do all the things that they want to do. Get out their system. But now it's over with. Go ahead, Azar.
So like, yeah, I just had a precept to what you were saying about how everybody will see America fall.
Go ahead.
Is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 4, that
Mm-hmm.
thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased and the golden city ceased?
Mm. Read that again.
Con. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor, Salakia, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased?
It's like it. Somebody. Hold on a second. Salaki. But yeah, that's deep. That's deep. For real. Give me Zechariah 14 12. Bible Kushah.
Khan out of Khan. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Stop right there. You know, there's a lot of mockers and scorners and people that want to fight against the prophets of God, fight against Jerusalem, trying to fight against the, people, the Israelites. And they always want to say and mock and act like we're in the wrong and, just, just be of the world, right? Want to call us, want to say they're going to be subservient white people and just try to play along and joke and say all types of things. But them them doing that makes them part of America, and whether they know it or not. And this is what's going to happen to them. Read Alcazar.
Come out of Wakan. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet,
Mm-hmm.
and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
The Orsnick, the Mach 11 missile, gonna hit you too. It's gonna hit directly on you. Where that missile land is gonna be in your house. You people that's fighting against Jerusalem. You people that's fighting against the children of God. This is what's gonna happen to you. You're gonna get hit with that missile. You're going to suffer the fate of America. Because if you're not with us, then you're with the world. That's a fact. If you're not with us, you're in the world and you're not in the truth. So anyone else that's trying to fight against the Israelites and all things that we teach, this is your fate. This is your fate for not following the Lord's chosen people. So like again, give me Second Peter 3:10. It's a lot of things that I can pull. I can pull scriptures all night talking about what's gonna happen to y'all if y'all were to not separate from the other nations in America. Go ahead, Papa.
So like I said, if I could, I got another precept for that.
Mm-hmm.
About the brothers that don't want to leave the world and the sisters don't want to leave the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's the book of First John, chapter 2, and verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
Mm-hmm.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Mm. See, if the love of the Father is not with you, then where do you reside? If the love of the Father, if you are not with the Father, that means you're against the Father. And we're reading about what happens to the people that's against the Father. Do you really want to be a part of this? Do you want to be a part of something like this? Ask yourself that question. Give me that scripture, Bible Kushar.
Come out of Wakan. This is the book of Second Peter, chapter 3, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which of the heavens shall pass away with a
Mm-hmm.
great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
This is what happened to the people that is against the Lord on the day of the Lord. You will be burned up. The elements melting with the fervent heat, that's your elements. That's your body. The elements in your body. It's frying and burning up and melting. You're gonna melt to the skin. You're gonna make the skin off your bones, and then the bones is gonna melt. The nerves is gonna burn off your bones too, and then your bones gonna melt to ashes. Everything that you have is going to burn as well. All these materialistic things that you have, your Balenciagas, your tracks, your PC, all these things that you care about so much. Fortnite, Fortnite gonna burn up too. Like not just you, everything you know, everything you love, all around you is gonna burn up if you're against the Lord. That's why it's important that you make sure that you're not on the wrong side of the Lord. So you have the good side of the Lord and the bad side of the Lord. I personally, me, and I know all these brothers too, in here, we want to be on the good side of the Lord.
Right.
We don't want to be having to deal with this.
Right.
You know how painful that would be? You know how excruciatingly painful this would be? Feeling your skin burn off your meat, and then your meat burn off your bones, and then your bones burn up. Like, come on, like, do you want to feel this? Do you want to really have to deal with this? It's something that you should be doing to not deal with this, and that is separating from America. Give me Revelations 18:10. It's certain things that you should not be doing, and that's following what America does. Because as you've seen and as we read, if you are with America, you will suffer the same fate as America. You will suffer the things. You will suffer the Orishnik. You will suffer the nukes and all the bombs that's going to come with it. You are going to suffer the 6 warheads inside of one bomb, Mach 11 bomb, Mach 11 missile. Give me that scripture, Bible Kasha.
Khan Audible Khan. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 10. Standing afar out for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
See, and it's not going to take too long for this to happen. It's not going to take like a long time for us to take over. It's not going to be like a war, like back and forth. It's going to be total wipeout, total destruction. Nothing you can do about it, and it's going to all happen in 1 hour. You know how an hour go. You know how long an hour go by. Well, depending where you're at. You know, you having fun, an hour go by quick. But you know when you dreading somewhere, you dreading work, and you look at the time. It's 8 o'clock. 10 minutes go by. You look at the time 8:01. That's the type of hour this is gonna be.
Right.
You're gonna dread for this hour to pass. You're gonna hate for this hour to even exist. And you're gonna be looking at this time, and you're gonna be looking at all the things happening, and you're gonna see 10 cities get destroyed, all in a matter of 1 minute.
Good night.
That's it's gonna be a very dreadful hour if you're not following the Lord. Very dreadful. It's gonna be a very long hour. Keep reading. Wait, so like Rapal, you have something to say?
Nah, I just said good night.
Oh yeah. Come.
I got another precept for that. It's in the book of Isaiah, chapter 21, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, here cometh a chariot of men with a couple of horsemen. And he answered and said, Babylon
Mm-hmm.
is falling, and all the graven images of her gods he have broken into the ground.
Right. That them angels in them chariots, not playing no games either. Angels ain't no soft loving like little baby naked babies with an angel with little wings.
Right.
These are men of war. Like these are not nothing you should be playing with. And they're the ones who be coming down and casting the judgment upon you. In 1 hour, the judgment and being in 1 hour, they're causing that. They're coming in 1 hour and destroying America. It's over. It's y'all better get on the right side. Keep reading. Next verse.
Khan Audible Khan, verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her.
Mm-hmm.
for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
And all these things that we have in America, like Apple, or anything that we have in America, it's not gonna be able to be produced anymore. Like it's not gonna be able to be used anymore, and we can't sell anything to no other cities anymore or countries. Everybody else is gonna be mad. One of the greatest buyers, greatest sellers, we're not gonna be able. They're not gonna be able to use them anymore because it's destroyed. All the products they had was destroyed. All the debts they owed them is destroyed. America is a great debt to a lot of countries, and those countries will not get their money back. They're not. They're gonna weep because now they gave America all that money, and all that money is gone, and they're never getting it back. And now instead of having money to get back and being rich, whatever, now they're gonna be at the bottom. So they should be lucky if they get anything. To be honest, but keep reading.
Come out of Wakan. Verse 12. The
Oh, so
merchandise
like it. Jump down to verse 18.
come out of Wakan. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 18, verse 18. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city?
Mm-hmm.
And verse 19, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, Babylon. Oh, so like that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate.
These boys is tweaking. These boys is tripping. Like they cannot believe America just fell. America, like I said before, they really exalt themselves upon high. Like all their war stories, America, yeah, ain't nobody can beat us. These boys in this verse is tripping. They can dirt off the ground and let in their face. Why? Them boys tripping. Them boys is tripping. Like it ain't nothing they can do it too. They seeing it and like, dang, 1 hour is that's all it took to take down America. You boys got dirt on their face, dirt on their face, throwing it in their face and tripping, beating their head, just tripping. How can something so great to us be destroyed so quick in 1 hour? That right there is deep. That's heavy. Because that shows just because you love it and it's so great in your mind and you like it doesn't mean it cannot be destroyed by God. Doesn't mean that the Lord can't take it away from you in an instant. A whole country, a whole great country in your eyes, and it's gone in 1 hour. The Lord destroyed it in 1 hour. All the pride you had for this country, all the pride you had for your people in the country, America pride, it's all gonna be gone in 1 hour and never coming back. Soggy. But keep reading.
Come out of Wakan. Verse 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged you on her.
And this is the coolest part about it. He's not doing it just because he wants to. He's doing it to avenge us and all the things they did against us for all these years. They have done so many harsh things and iniquities against God's people, and God is finally able to get the vengeance he wants against this disgusting nation. This nation has done so many crimes and atrocities to his people, and the Lord is finally able to destroy it and burn it to the ground, and it will never come back again. Us as a people will never have to suffer the fate that we had to suffer for all those years.
Right.
We would never have to deal with. Go ask Jordan. We would have to never have to suffer all these things that they have done to us for all these years ever again. We never have to suffer being on the bottom. We have to suffer being poor and being hungry and broke and on drugs and on crack and all these things that they have to deal with in their kingdom. Because in our kingdom, we will finally rejoice over their destruction,
Right.
and we will finally be able to get the things that we actually have been wanting all our lives, which is freedom from being oppressed. Go ahead, Rapa.
Yeah, so like I said, if I could, I got a precept for that in Joel 3.
Go ahead.
It says, because in Joel 3, chapter 3 and verse 5, because ye have taken my silver and my gold,
Mm-hmm.
and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. Verse 6, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold into the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their borders. Verse 7, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
Mm. That's heavy, boy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that shows that the Lord is not with no one else but us. You can't
Right.
say the Lord loves everyone if He's only specifying one nation. One nation He's trying to get repentance for. One nation he's trying to get salvation for. One nation He's trying to avenge, and He's doing it because of the iniquities of other nations. What other nations have done to us. Go ahead, Kakao. You something you want to say?
Yeah, yeah. I had another precept to that. Also, it's in Isaiah 44, 22 through 23, and it says, "I have blotted out as a thick cloud thy transgressions, and as a cloud thy sins return unto me, for I have redeemed thee."
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23, "Sing, O ye heavens, for the Lord hath done it. Shout, shout ye lower parts of the earth, break forth into singing, ye mountains, O forests, and every tree therein, for the Lord hath redeemed Jacob and glorified himself in Israel."
Mm. Boy, I ain't gonna lie. You had another verse. I was like, never
Nah.
mind. But yeah, you see the fate that lies on America. You see the things that America is going to have to suffer, and it's going to happen because the Lord says it's going to happen. So now you have the option to either leave America or stay and suffer the fate of America, because
Right.
war is going to come. War and the missiles that war brings is going to land on the United States, and
That's
you
right.
have the will to separate from America and come back to your culture and be with your people. You don't have to suffer the fate of America because your parents gonna suffer that same fate. Christ
Right.
said, Christ said, "Who is my mother and who is my brother?"
Right.
And he stretched his hand out to the disciples and said, "These are my mothers and brothers, the ones who do the will of God." You need to find a new family. You need to find a family that's not going to lead you to death. because in the family that you're in, they're going to celebrate Christmas. They're going to celebrate birthdays. They're going to celebrate all these pagan things that the Lord doesn't want you to celebrate. But you have the choice to not do those things. You have the free will to not do those things that they do, and you can separate from them because they are with America, and they are going to suffer the same fate that America suffers. You cannot be a part of that. And with that, I'm gonna class the class over to any y'all got the security announcements?
I think I got it on my phone. Give me a second. Let me see. So lucky, I do not got the security announcements on my phone.
Paul, you got it right.
Yeah, but I'm on the I'm using my phone for class, so I can't go back and forth.
Yeah,
Slacking.
yeah, me too.
All right, that's what I got him. I got him right back. All right, these are the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When the new brother and sister come to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to another brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment found in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, Maishra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Our next holy convocation is the Feast of Purim. It is the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. This is Thursday, March 13th, and Friday, March 14th, 2025. This can be found in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 to 31. If anyone wants to be in school, it's like anyone wants to be a trooper in school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, embed, and or scarf. And with that, I pass the class back to Priest and Officer Fifty Jacquard Bunny Howard.
All right, with that, everybody imagine, please stand in Hebrew. All right, man, Israel, imagine Shabbat, imagine Barak,
Yeah,
Y'all
about
about to y'all shot back up.
How about you?
yeah, about to y'all Shabbat. Sar, you turn, face the sisters. I mean Israel, imagine Shabbat, imagine Barak,
Yahweh Shema Latah by Shem Yahweh Shah.
got your Matah, class dismissed.